Hello, hello, and welcome into this Roulette Rivals 8 match between Linux Penguin and Rocky. I'm your host Gunther, and I'm joined by JokerJ. Joker, how you doing today?
Hello everyone, yeah, no, I'm good. How are you, Gunther?
Oh, I'm just dandy, just dandy. Looking forward to seeing these players come in and play. Because this is the first match that I have casted for Roulette Rivals 8, and so I'm pretty excited. It's been some time.
Yeah, and of course it's the first console game as well, which does add a nice aspect to that in that sense. Of course we had Pidgeotto versus Yelini earlier, so it's not exactly the first game yet, but you know, this is set up to be a good game, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And our first match, our first map of the match is going to be Berlin. This has been chosen by Linux Penguin. So, you know, I mean, there's not really home field advantage unless you're one of the players who are known for their particular map play. But, oh geez, I just realized player audio is probably absolutely loud. So sorry about that. Let's see if Rocky's ads are done playing. They are, and we have the spin live. Joker, will you go ahead and read that out for us?
Yeah, so Agent 1 we have Silence SMG as a suit, Agent 2 Loud Explosive Weapon as a technician, Agent 3 Consumed Poison as club security, number 4 Battle Axe as the biker, and Agent number 5 Hobby Knife as the bartender. Um,
Okay, so suit,
yeah.
which is gonna force a suit start of some sort. So
Mhm.
we probably won't see raw floor. There's no DJ in this. There is biker and
Yeah.
technician, but I feel like it's still not gonna come up with that. Rocky looks
Mhm.
like he's gonna be starting radio tower, which is possible. But I mean, there's not really anything that you need to bring in with you. This one is very open
Yeah.
for the loadout, which is kind of nice. So. Um, yeah, it's going to depend on where the players want to start and where they want to get going. Linux is already loading in. Rocky's still in the planning phase. He's got himself a snail, some lethal pills, and a seeker, as well as a silver baller reskin. So that's his plan.
Yeah, and if I recall earlier as well, if I when I was looking at the Roulette Rivals practice channel, Rocky was talking and asking how on earth you do consume poison. So it's a nice thing in that sense for him to feel helpful, Rocky.
Yeah, well, and I know consume poison. Obviously, the easiest thing to do is the food from the delivery guy. But obviously, there's a problem if you have fire come up in a spin. Um,
Hmm.
It's not something that we see here, so that free consume poison kill can be done pretty easy. Let's see if that's what the players go for. Linux is making his way up onto the roof. He will be able to get a silenced SMG up here, and he's got a target as well. So if that's the kill that he wants to go for, then yeah, he's really well set up for it. Plus, he can go ahead and bring the technician up here as well. Grab that disguise and set up that kill if he so chooses.
Yeah, and we saw the contrast with Linux starting the entrance, Rocky starting Radio Tower. Of course, you do lose a bit of time in game time wise starting Radio
Right.
Tower, but you do get that extra low spot. But looking at this spin, that low spot can't really change much. You know, the technician from Banner, Club Security from Green on the roof. So you're of course starting at Biker. Again, from one of the bikers doing the free skies and bartender, they're the free skies as well, if I recall properly as well. So, like I feel like club entrance could have been very more efficient here, looking at the spin conditions.
I think that you're absolutely right. I think Rocky, obviously, you have that extra loadout spot if you start Radio Tower, um, and you get to wear a better looking suit. But that's not gonna help you in this spin particularly because everything that you need is on map. So it's really kind of whatever you want to bring in. Rocky is gonna get the first kill with the SMG Water Skies in the suit though. A bit later, obviously, than Linux Penguin had got it, but
Yeah.
he's still. I mean, he's not in a bad spot. He's still only one kill behind. There's still a whole lot of setup that Linux has to do as well. He does have his technician disguise, and he has his loud explosive weapon here. There's the loud explosive kill, and he's very nicely set up. I mean, it was even a good bounce on
Yeah.
the body as the explosion put him right next to the box where he needed to dump him as well. He will have some people coming up, and he does have some unhidden bodies, but where that explosion
He
went
should be
off,
fine.
hopefully nobody will see. So And he's got himself his club security disguise as well for the consume poison kill. So that's a nice place to be. Rocky, meanwhile, with the restart,
Ooh,
it's going to put
yeah, you
him
got
on
an
the back
unconscious
foot.
witness. Unconscious witness on the delivery guy, and going to see there what that's 20 for 25-second loss from starting radio tower.
Yeah,
So yeah, let's build up a nice lead here. At the start of Berlin. 2 kills in already, looking good for him so far.
yeah, 2 kills down, and he's already on his way to the third. I don't know if he's got his consume poison or not. If he does, he can go ahead and set that up right now. But it
Yeah,
doesn't look like he does. No, okay, he's going for Davenport with the lethal pills.
yeah,
That's actually way quicker. So yeah, and what's nice about this is he only has the one person he has to get rid of. He doesn't have to worry about getting over to the delivery guy's food or anything like that. And
hmm
now he can start working on his next kill while he's waiting for that consume poison kill to take effect.
yeah. And this kill shouldn't take long. And we saw Rocky knock out the delivery guy, which would suggest that he would be going for the poison kill and yeah, Learnful, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this is very good and very efficient gameplay from Linux here. He's got 3 kills set up. Another site down right next to the bartender's guys as well. So he's going well.
Oh yeah, very true, very true. So he's gonna have to get himself a hobby knife and obviously the battle axe. So a little bit of trekking, but not much. I mean, he's got the free biker disguise in the garage. Oh no, he already had his hobby knife. Yeah, so he's well
Yeah,
and on his way. He's gonna swap back into club security disguise, and while he's going to get the battle axe, or oh okay, interesting. He's gonna dump the body here. Somebody should
yeah,
hear that body fall, but he should be able to get it put
yeah.
away
He's fine. Yeah.
well in time.
And of course, I'm pretty sure this Cobskew can hold the battle axe, so he could get it now and go
Yeah.
back and then get the biker guys and not have to do that. Go get biker, go back, and then come back, and then isolate a target and get them killed. So yeah,
Yeah,
this could be a very nice one next.
we have a question in the chat. Did Linux miss Davenport? I don't believe so. I felt like he got there early enough,
Nah,
but am I
he,
am I wrong? What's his timing? When does he come and drink?
it's something. Oh my God, I need to remember my Berlin poison route here. He drinks around, if my memory serves me correctly, it's around 2:15. Oh, there you go. He's just
Okay.
died now. So yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So I think it's around 2:15 every 3 minutes. But yeah, there he goes
So
for Linux. It's just that one kill
missed the
left for
first
him.
cycle, but yeah, did manage to get the next one. Rocky is also going for Davenport, but instead he's going for something else because he's got him set up. He's already got 1 kill down, so we're not going to see the suit kill on Davenport here. But he does have this body set up so they can kill it. And Linux is setting up his 5th target right now. He's just changed into the biker disguise. Now he's just got to grab the battle axe, which is right here in the biker hangout. Making extra sure that no NPCs are paying attention to him. Rocky has the delivery disguise and delivery guy down. Delivery disguise is not one of the kill conditions here, but yeah,
But yeah,
Linux is strolling. I mean, he's right next to the exit too.
of course, being in the bike disguise, you can just grab the keys and escape on the bike.
I think that's what he's going
There
for.
could be one possible enforcer to possibly stop him there, but yeah,
Yeah, but
very very nice
he's
Berlin from
fine.
Linux.
So clean too. Yeah, I mean we're gonna go 6.5 minutes here. Like
Hmm
that's absolutely wild. I mean,
Yeah,
and
that's
this was Linus's
amazing.
pick, so we have to assume that this is the map that he prepped. But the spin as well, very conducive to a quick route, and yeah, just very very well done by Linux.
Yeah, he just had that, you saw from the suits like getting the immediate kill onto green. Banner was there straight away. He would have the low explosive. It was just very efficient from Linux, getting it done in 6.5 minutes. Very, very nice indeed from him.
Very nice indeed, and well done to anybody in the chat who picked Linux on this one. Payout has been done, and we've got our new prediction as we are going to Chongqing next. So if Linux plays half as well on Chongqing and is able to win this one, he's going to take the entirety of the match.
Yeah.
If Rocky is able to take his own map pick and swing it back, we'll go to our decider. which will be Whittleton Creek. So,
Yeah, and him for fun mentioning in the chat that was a 7:55 real time, which does beat the Berlin world record.
oh
So that is
wow.
Linux with a new roulette record on Berlin.
Congrats to Linux. Yeah, I mean, you don't okay, so I think that the knowledge is substantial enough with Hitman now that world records are getting consistently more hard to beat, obviously, as records often do. But yeah, that's really impressive like as your first statement of this match to be like, "Yeah, I set a world record. Okay, let's play your map now." So,
Yeah. As we can see, it's Linux's first time in Chongqing in Roulette Rivals. I'm pretty sure if he played in freestyle roulette, if I remember correctly. Again, that's just a completely different ball game. But we've seen Rocky look 4-8 on it. Play it 12 times. It is definitely his comfort map, it seems, which is why I picked it so early on.
oh, ads. Why are you like this? I have two pre-roll ads for Linux.
Linux is making the money. He purposely does a little 360p to get everyone to refresh his stream.
Yeah.
Gets the money rolling in. The world record obviously wasn't enough for him. So yeah, going to Chongqing next. Anything you like to see personally on Chongqing to make things slightly interesting?
Oh, see, no, I have no idea. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, some live kills would be nice. Kind of take away from early and quick setups. But I mean, Chongqing, no matter what the spin, I feel like it can be a fast one. Um,
Yeah.
I do want to take a look at the lifetime performances here because Lennox Penguin, in terms of competitive RR, no matches, no matches listed here. But Rocky, 4-8. So this is Rocky's pick. He's won Chongqing 4 times, lost it 8 times. That's 12 solid times of playing on Chongqing, and that's gonna be interesting to see how they if they're able to add to the win column on this one.
Yeah, and when you play the map, that many times, you're obviously confident on it. Otherwise you wouldn't pick it if you have a 33% win rate on the map. Most time you really go for that as a map pick, but the fact that he's played it more time just suggests that he is comfortable on the map, that he knows what he's doing, and but sometimes all it takes is a good opponent and you've lost your map pick. Just a
No,
flawless
that's
run,
very true.
and like you could be as good as you want. Like if the opponent just has a flawless quick run, you're gonna lose the map, unfortunately. Um, so yeah, it does seem that he is very good on Chongqing and possibly looking through his R stats now, he has lost Chongqing to very good opponents.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, it shows confidence to me that you're still willing to pick it. But also, like, if you played it 12 times, my guess is the 12 times hasn't just been because it's been picked against you. Like, this is a map that Rocky does want to play because he feels like it's going to be his best chance. So when you're going up against somebody like Linux, like, yeah, you need to kind of bring your A game because if you don't, you're going to get steamrolled, as we just saw on the Berlin side of things. So this will be an interesting one.
yeah, and this is his 10th time picking Chongqing.
This is his 10th.
Um,
Okay, okay.
10th time, I'll just show you. Yeah, so he's picked it 9 times. Currently, this is his 10th time picking Chongqing. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, it does seem Rookie is very comfortable on the map, and all it takes, as I said already, all it takes is a good opponent, and you've added another one to that lost side. So yeah.
Yeah, very true. But we'll see in a minute when the spin goes live. Let's see if Rocky's able to even out his lifetime performance win loss stats just a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be any spin that we see that's really going to not require shooting a drone and bringing Imogen up and out of the facility. Um, as lovely as that would be, I feel like any type of kill that
Yeah.
you really need, you can do through that drone shot. Is there any kills that would require not a drone shot?
Well, he used to be what was it? Consume poison and drown, but of course them two are both now banned.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Um, so yeah, I think all the available conditions on uh, Imogen does require you to Oh, Drowning it still thinks so. Yeah, Drowning is like Drowning's like the one where you could possibly see him not do the
Okay.
do the Drowning thing on, but yeah, that happens very unlikely.
Yeah. Well, and we have our spin live now. We have Hush with a loud explosive weapon while disguised as the perfect test subject, and Imogen Royce with a shotgun while disguised as the homeless person. So can be a silent shotgun, which I'm guessing we will
Yeah.
see. The perfect test subject obviously is near Hush. Both of these kills can be set up just by knocking out the individual targets. I'm curious to see how these two are going to go about this, just because you've got. Do you go and grab the homeless person disguise first so that it's just ready for you, or do you just take care of the Hush kill first and then bring Imogen out when you're ready when you have the homeless person disguise?
I mean, you can always do the hush kill first, and then shoot the drones. And in the meantime, we're waiting for him and go out and get the homeless person disguise. So there's
Yeah.
obviously gonna be that variation we see, or you could even shoot, you start Riverside Walkway and get them done straight away, and have that time to get hush, get the homeless person, go straight to Imogen, and she's already there ready for you. Um,
And she stays there for such a long time.
yeah.
That's kind of where you see the different levels in play is what players are starting their next steps when they're in the middle of their first steps.
hmm
And this is a map that really you are really able to do that. Rocky is going immediately. Uh, looks like he's going to be going up to the rooftop to get over to Hush. Linux has started in the block,
Yeah.
so I'm not entirely sure of Linux's approach here.
Yeah, Rocky drone straight away just suggests he is going to, get Imogen up there first, or start Imogen up to get her up here, get a Hush. Of course, the Path Tussle just guys right next to where you normally isolate Hush, anyways. So that doesn't really make much difference on Hush because it being loud makes it a little bit more challenging.
Right.
But yeah, then you just drop down, get the homeless disguise, and you're basically there, really, aren't you?
Linux getting a bullet impact notice, which is going to panic that room up there.
Mm.
Might lock Hush down depending on where he is. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that his conversation with Imogen is already cut short because of the drone shot, and yeah, Hush is gonna get locked down. So, I mean, that's a pretty strong advantage over to Rocky right now.
Yeah, it's like he's going to doing the satellite lure to get Hush over here and do the loud kill outside here.
Uh,
Um,
yeah,
it's
I mean it
different,
would work, but it's a
different.
lot of legwork. Yeah,
Yeah. It's a lot of legwork, but unless he thinks he can get Imogen in that time, maybe could be the one thing contributing to that. But I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean, Rocky's got the loud explosive set up.
hmm
But again, he's going to need to be the perfect test subject to do this kill. So I'm guessing we're gonna be seeing an exit kill here. That seems like it'd be the
Yeah.
most effective for what he's going for. But if you are getting the homeless person disguised by that van that's right next to an exit, it wouldn't be that hard to do a disguise change.
hmm
So this is all going to come down to timing and where he's going to be at with Imogen's timing.
Yeah, I don't know. We see Rocky with the test subject disguise and Hush down the explosive next to him. Imogen is down at the bottom by the door, of course. It is a bit of a
Yeah.
hard one to get here. I would have thought he would have tried to get to the top of the stairs, possibly. Um, yeah, it looks like he's going to knock her out first, then get
Yeah.
the homeless disguise and come back.
And he's
It
not too
seems.
far from the homeless disguise, so
Yeah.
I feel like it's a fine
Mhm.
strategy here. I will say I don't know. Okay. I saw him run by his briefcase, which was upstairs. I don't know if he left his shotgun in that briefcase. So he might have to do a little bit of doubling back.
I think he did. So yeah, he should be fine in that sense. He's just trying to drop it down here. You could just throw it down. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be their approach to that.
And my guess is he just didn't want anybody coming and grabbing it, which is fair. Oh, Rocky losing a lock on there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an interesting approach from Rocky. I'm pretty sure he has the lockpick, so he could have got Imogen right where she was.
Yeah,
Um, Unless he thought it'd be too loud, possibly be my one guess to what he did.
maybe, but
Why he's kind of
yeah,
there.
he had a non-trespassing disguise. Obviously, it would have been enforced
Yeah.
by her guard, but yeah, he's just playing it safe and going through the
Mhm.
facility so that he can come up behind her. Meanwhile, Linux with his drone shot, so he's ready to. He's got himself with the hush kill set up,
Mhm.
and he is out here on this roof. I don't trust it. There are so many windows and so many eyes.
Yeah, it'd be mad just to get them both down, no noise. Jeremy being in the force, it just suggests Imogen's guard that, he just prefer to go from the back other than trying, like, do a first reaction, get him to turn around. 'Cause, if he just threw it through the door there, it probably would have been an unconscious witness. So that was just why he went round and got the back of his kill onto them.
Oh, some shots from Linux not connecting with that camera. He's still fine, thankfully. If
Yeah.
Imogen had already been at the top of the stairs, would have panicked or would have locked her down. So thankfully that's not a problem. He's got a little bit of timing issue here with this guard that drinks out of the water bottle. Rocky is going to get the homeless person disguise here.
Hmm.
He set off the car alarm during the knockout, but he's still fine. He should be able to just get on out of there. Linus is just he's gonna have to be patient, wait for this guy to walk away. But he's in much better timing concerning Imogen here. And Rocky needs to get himself back into that area, so he's gonna have to go around the long way.
Yeah, and we see Danny mentioned in chat that Linux, yeah, Hush is in a position where if the kill goes slightly wrong, the body will get blown to the place where the two guards, like the on the stairs,
Yeah, I didn't
will
see. Did
turn
he
around
knock
and
them out?
see it. And Mogwai was there as well. Obviously not out. But Mogwai possibly could be in a position where the guards could possibly turn around and spot his body. And of course, that 3 second window to escape could not be long enough, possibly.
Yeah, it's gonna be risky. I
Mhm.
want it to work, obviously, but I'm curious to see how this is gonna work. Linux still with a shotgun on his back. I think he
Yeah,
just
I'll
realized.
drop that.
Okay, excellent. I was a little worried about that.
Yeah,
Rocky
yeah,
with the homeless disguise has got his shotgun back. He is heading toward Imogen, and he's got his perfect test subject disguise right here as well. So once he takes care of this Imogen kill, he should be able to
yeah.
get out. Make sure that
Does
the door
Rocky
is
not have the
closed.
shortcut unlocked? Because he did climb all the way up the bamboo thing, then come down the
Um,
pipe.
I th- I
There's a shortcut right there.
I
So
think that he has that shortcut. I'm almost positive he does because I could have sworn that we were looking through it earlier.
yeah.
All right, now it just does.
Nevertheless, he's by the exit. With a protest subject disguise, with a detonator in hand. Hush is in a safe position. It feels like,
Yeah,
so he should be fine in this sense to detonate, which he does. Still green guns.
it's a good
Yeah,
kill,
Rocky exit in.
and that's an exit.
Hmm.
I'm guessing we're not going to see a kill series quick enough by Linux. I really wish
Yeah.
that we could see if the test subject kill would have worked though.
Yeah, I hope he plays on slightly here, because yeah, no, the disguise is right there. Of course, the photo finish window is not long enough, and both being on
Right.
console, they will probably have similar load times. Linux has to go all the way around as well. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be Rocky taking Chongqing and
Yep.
improve that record to 5-8,
5 and 8.
showing
Yeah.
why he picked it. He did look very comfortable on the map.
He did, yeah.
Um,
No, I think that between these two, definitely prefer Rocky's setup for Hush to Linux's, but also just very, very quick. I feel, obviously any run can be slightly more optimized, but it's still very impressive by both players. But especially on Rocky's side, especially coming off of how strong that Berlin was for Linux.
yeah. Yeah, Lynch getting a kill on his image. It doesn't look. He's just stopped there. So I'm obviously think he's heard the ping that he's lost the map. And so
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna see the kill or not, but I really hope we do here just to see what would
unfortunately.
have happened.
Can we
Um,
get like a 10-minute delay so that we can see the rest of this?
no. Linux, man. But yeah, no, Wilton Creek is the next map. I
Yep.
look at the things I wrote down beforehand. It is again Linux's first time on Wilton Creek in
Oh,
a
really?
Roulette Rivals tournament.
Like in competitive
Rocky,
RR.
yeah, Rocky playing it twice, winning once and losing once. Um, so yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like those stats are not deep enough for us to really judge
yeah.
either player, unfortunately, on how they're going to do for this. So,
When someone's never played a map, you generally just don't know what they're like on it. And it
exactly.
could this could be Linux's power map here. Like we could see him just loading an absolutely roll through Wilton Creek like we did see him on Berlin. And of course, you could probably see the opposite as well. Which you don't want to see the opposite, but both things you can get the best of both worlds, unfortunately, in this.
Yeah, Worthington Creek is one that is it's one that I feel like is well known in the community. You know, everybody has some sort of strategy for getting the clues on Worthington Creek, some sort of strategy for isolating the targets. Obviously, you have Janus, who you can use the gramophone lore if you want to get him early. You can wait till he comes downstairs and just do like a quick knockout chain for everybody down in the living room. So there's lots and lots of strats, and it's really going to depend on like how practiced these players are and how much they know about how you go about getting certain disguises. You know, a politician and politician's assistant come to mind immediately. Like there's a fast way to do that, and
Yeah.
if you know how to do it, you're gonna get it every time. And if you don't know it, well, it's gonna be a lot more complicated, and that's gonna give so much free time to your opponent. So it'll be fun. It'll be a fun one to see.
Yeah, I mean, the tires, they sometimes don't almost time, don't cause much issue. There's very viable isolation methods for both live kills as well. Of course, the real estate broker lure and the ground phone lure both work very well for live kills. Of course, that house being quiet, soundproof as well. If you knock out the plumber,
Right?
so
Yes.
both 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 sides have lures very suitable for loud kills and live kills, but the one thing that maybe does make it feel a little bit more challenging is some of the skies are on the harder end of things, especially in terms of the entire trilogy to get. Um, but again, there are some very simple, easy disguises to get, which contrasts the harder disguises. You have like politician's assistant, then you have James Batty, and disguises like that. So it can either be a very easy map or a very hard map, Wilton Creek. Sometimes there's a little in between.
Well, and yeah, and it kind of depends on where you go about getting, because there are a lot of windows in Whittleton Creek, as anybody who's tried to grab disguises surely knows, and sometimes it can be something small that causes the issue. And obviously, with the three clues that you have to grab, if you're grabbing clues that are a bit more risky as well, many opportunities. I always think of Hitman like a series of dominoes, and you need every domino to fall in the correct way. And if any domino doesn't, that's your streak broken, and that's going to break your silent assassin. That's going to be a restart, and that type of stuff isn't what you want in a competitive state. So it'll be fun to see what these players do. What do you think is going to be a complicated disguise combination that would cause some issues here?
I know politicians and politicians assistant. If it's one of them, they can be on the easier end. But if there's both there, they could be on the more complicated things. And I know Crudy, he has a strategy that does get both of them. But of course, both of them coming up, there's a very low chance, and he was also there's a very low chance that he is saving it for an actual game, waiting for it to come up. But yeah, anything like the politician and the mailman, both the guys that do move around the map eventually, and you can only really get one straight away. I mean, you can get the mailman and then play politician some gardener style. I think if you do it quick enough, you can do that. Um, so yeah, no, T not saying yeah. Let's get Electro for Cassie and see if they remember the mailbox. I remember in RR7 there was some instances where they just completely forgot about the mailbox, which is such a free electrocution kill.
It is, yeah, and I hope that we don't see that, because obviously,
Yeah.
like the easy, fast, there's only one way to do it type kills are not very fun when it comes to roulette. So I really hope that we see some stuff that throws these players some curveballs, especially with this being a decider map. Whoever wins this wins the match, continues in the upper bracket. while the loser of the match will be relegated to the lower bracket. But our spin is going to be live here in 5 seconds. So, Joker, when this comes live, if you'll go ahead and read that out.
Yeah, and I mean, happily, and here we have it. Janus consumed poison as Cassidy's bodyguard, and known Cassidy, SMG as the mailman. So yeah, one of those guys is there before. You know, be on the harder end of mailman. Of course, being decided on R8, there are no time limits now. So yeah, we could be here for 10 minutes or
Yeah.
2 hours, possibly.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man, a 2 hour Whittleton Creek would be amazing. But yeah, I have faith in the players that they'll be able to take care of it. And yeah, and I agree with what you were saying earlier. Like two unique disguises would definitely be kind of the wrench in the plans for a Whittleton Creek run, depending on what they are. But I feel like this one totally doable. Totally doable.
yeah,
I mean, you can obviously set up the consume poison early doors and then just go about your business setting up everything else. SMG for Cassidy, I feel like we're going to see a silenced SMG get brought in just because that's probably going to
yeah.
be the simplest way to go about it. Uh, let's see here. I'm not sure because I'm not that well versed with Littleton Creek. I know that if Punky were here, he'd be able to tell us exactly the right way to do this, but he's not right now, so we're trying to figure this out.
I think if you bring a tranquilizer, you have time, to get the mailman straight away and go and set up the NS kill, of course, using either the muffin, which I think is proxy, which will send him straight down, or the T, which isn't proxy, if I remember correctly. I'm
Linux
not quite sure. Someone can correct me here.
Linux,
Um,
unfortunately, is he's going to need to restart. He was seen
yeah.
extended illegal action, changing into that disguise. So almost simultaneous restarts here. I mean, the loading bars are almost in the exact same spot too. So, but yeah, we have the gardener disguise for Linux, hoping to get the mailman early. He's just Linux is just staring down the jogging woman,
Hmm.
making sure that she's not around to ruin his day again. He's gonna have to be careful because he's using the snail, and the snail has some range when it comes to who can hear it. So
Yeah, he should be
yeah,
fine
he's
when
he's
she's
good
that
now.
far away. But yeah, Rocky just throwing a briefcase to get him by himself, to get the mailman in a nice position where he just try and him take his disguise. He does offer a lot of melee items in the form of a parcel
He
and a couple of
does
new papers as well.
3 newspapers.
So that's
Yeah.
nice in that sense.
All right. Rocky leaving his briefcase behind. It's
Yeah.
always a toss up if you leave something behind that somebody's gonna move because it's gonna put an NPC somewhere that you didn't expect an NPC. He should be fine. Obviously, he doesn't have anything else out there, but always cause for concern. That's a
Restarts.
restart. Did he forget to bring something in?
Oh, he didn't replan.
No, he
So I
didn't. You're
don't know,
right.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not like he thought he could get to Nolan Cassidy quicker, and now he should go for Cassidy first, then go get the Mailman Skies. That could be one of the things what happened. Again, on this, I don't know how viable it is to possibly put an emetic bomb in the mailbox and get Cassidy going to his toilet. I don't know how viable that would be. Again, like I was saying before, there were a lot of variety in Wilton Creek, and especially the clues as well do offer up a bunch of different differences.
I feel like he's grabbing a Cassidy. No, that's the hammer.
Yeah, Spencer, yeah.
So I mean, maybe he's grabbing his first clue. Given this timing, I feel like he might be trying to get an early isolation on Nolan in the garage here before he goes and gets his mailman disguise.
But he doesn't pick up the Spencer clue.
I don't. Did he turn the generator back on?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah,
Okay.
Trank, Cassidy. Um, what else? There are cameras here as well, so he does have to be slightly careful with what happens. But yeah, has these three down. Might remove the bodies a bit because I know they can cause some slight issues
Yeah.
with the roaming guard upstairs.
And he's got
And of
somebody
course,
who's
one
gonna
guard
walk
walks in.
in as well. This is quite the
Yeah,
setup from Rocky. Oh yeah, he didn't. I don't think he turned on the generator again.
yeah, he didn't turn it back off.
Ah,
Which yeah. But anyhow, again, that's Cassidy in a spot that you don't usually see Cassidy get killed there. But yeah, he gets the kill fine and yeah, it's one kill down for
yeah.
Rocky. And all he needs to do now is
For
poison
Linux.
after the yeah, Jesus
No,
Christ.
it's all right. I
It's been a long day, man. So yeah. And now all Linux really has to do now, he has the Cassie bodyguard guys from that kill as well, so he can literally just poison either the two or a muffin, and then just go get clues
And
while he
just go
waits for
grab his
Janus to
clues.
die.
Yeah, he's in a very controlling state right now.
Yeah.
Um, I want to see this insane setup from Rocky because I don't know if it would have been any faster than what Linux was doing
Hmm.
because he obviously didn't have the mailman disguise. So, but the setup itself was still interesting. Let's see if he remembers to turn the generator back on.
Yeah, quite a common thing is though to like turn it on, turn it back off once the selected target does get distracted. Which that's what you usually see. But yeah, as you go back to this strat where he tranks, no, it's a nice shot to be honest. Probably no my aim. I probably just hit the goal, just missed completely. So it's good to see in that sense. But yeah, it gets both
Linux
these guards down as well.
Linux is looking for his his dig spot over here. Yeah, if you don't know exactly where it is, like to run to, it is a pain to find because it is such a
Yeah,
slight. Oh, he just ran over it. There it is. All right,
yeah.
he grabbed it.
Yeah, if you're running from Batty's garden, you go past the second bird box, isn't it? I don't know if there's one before that, but yeah, there's a
Yeah,
big
there's one
patch of
like
grass,
between
and at
the
the
two
top
of
of it,
them. Yep.
yeah, and at the top of it, there's a big patch of empty grass, and it's right at the top of that. That's how I remember it.
Rocky is red guns. Oh, the guard that just wandered in,
Yeah,
saw
that's
all those
another issue
bodies.
you're gonna
Yeah,
face.
he just did not think about that being there.
Hmm.
I mean, if he's gonna go to all this trouble and he's there that early, I mean, why not just sedative uh the extermination fumigation system? You
Hmm.
know, because he's just going to try and knock out that whole household.
It can cause red guns on Cassie though, can't it?
That's true.
If
Yeah.
Cassie gets, but then you can jump through the window, peekaboo Cassie over, and get him down, jump back out and poison it. So it could be done that way as well. And but of course, this it does require a low slot, which this does obviously in the form of a trank. But if you only use one, you can still use that trank. So possibly it could him be deciding to load out what he's doing.
Lennox has made his way over to Janus's side of the map,
Hmm.
and he's working on getting himself a path in the backyard. Um, he could grab Janus bodyguard disguise and use that to get around. It looks like that's what he's thinking about doing.
Yeah, it would make this kill onto or no, the setup onto the Janus kill a lot easier, I should say. And of course, he has
Uh,
two clues already, so he could go to the basement
Third
after
in the
that kill to
basement.
get the third clue. Third
Yeah.
clue.
And it looks like that's where he's heading down now. So, but he doesn't have a way
Yeah,
in. Yeah,
yeah,
he's
that's
good.
SMG.
He's good. He's good.
Of course, getting by spot the camera as well. There is a camera box as well down here.
Right. Yeah, this is a good place for him to be. There's a knockout. There's the third and final clue. Rocky getting spotted, trying to take out
Yeah,
Nolan the guards. Yeah, he just can't get this setup going. It's an interesting
yeah,
setup, but it's so risky. It's so
yeah.
risky.
It looks like a very nice, very good setup from him, but yeah, unfortunately, it's not working for him. Let's just go throw, just try this guy down here, possibly just get him out of the way.
Yeah.
If he just waited a little longer, he would have been fine. Just to leave. But it's not easy to forget about it anyways. So yeah, he should be fine. Just to poison this muffin anyways.
Yeah,
Um,
he's going to have
but
to
yeah,
be quick. Because if he. And where's Gunther at? Oh, I don't know if Gunther has a line of sight on him. Okay,
he
he
should
doesn't.
be fine
I
here.
was worried about that turn, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. And yeah, he's got plenty of time to go and grab his bodyguard disguise again, and now he can just head straight for an exit and just wait for the consume poison kill to happen. He's obviously got a couple bodies out in the open that could be found, but
He, he did drag the guy all the way into the garage. It could possibly cause an issue, but I don't think Gunther wanders that far into the kitchen
I don't think so. Especially when
to
there's a
see him.
muffin, I think he stays
Yeah.
behind Janus long enough for him to get out. So, um, yeah, Linux is gonna grab the crowbar here, and he's gonna get himself to one of the sewer grate exits. He's trying to find timing here.
Safer ones. Yeah, definitely safer ones than this, but yeah, he should be fine. Yeah, you
Yeah.
it's a resident distraction. So the timing has
He's
lined
about
up
to
for him here.
implement. Yeah, so perfect.
Yeah,
And
and
Rocky with
Rocky,
another
yeah, another
restart.
restart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
just
not
been
happening.
unfortunate. That's the cooldown for Linux. It's going to be the escape soon. He's going to be taking the first console game against Rocky, 4-2.
Yeah, we'll wait for admin confirmation, but I think it's a safe bet to say
Yeah.
Rocky just couldn't get the strat going, and he changed strat so quick because he wanted to get the mailman disguise first, but
Hmm.
I think between the two, like Linux went for the mailman disguise first as well. He just went for the mailman disguise in a lot more of a clean manner. You know, he started with
Yeah.
that garden disguise right next to it, was able to get it, and then go about the rest of his business just fine. Rocky just, took some time getting going, but he did say right before the match that he didn't really remember Whittleton Creek, which makes sense,
Yeah, and the shot from Rocky, it looked really nice. If he managed to pull off a really nice shot to pull off, but yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't click for him, Wilson Creek. But
Yeah.
that's what happened. Really, we saw one restart from Linux, didn't we? And that was like the got spotted getting the mailman disguise.
Yeah. And that was
Um,
his only trip. Like that was so clean
yeah,
all the way through the rest of the way. So very, very well done. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket, see how this shapes him up. I say that as if it's going to really change the dynamic of the bracket. It's one match, but, let's see here. All right, so down here, match 12, you can see Linux Penguin is moving on with his 2-1 score over Rocky. He is going to move on and play against the winner of Chromex and FE302. Meanwhile, Rocky has been relegated to the lower bracket down here, match 16, where he will face whoever loses the matchup between Chromex and FE302. We've got lots more matches, obviously, coming up as well. So let's take a look at those. And here you can see the list of the matches. So I think that does it for the states for today, unless another match gets scheduled anytime soon here. But if you want to see the upcoming matches in your time zone, as well as like links to the casters' channels and will they be hosted and all that stuff, go to hitmaps.com, scroll down to the upcoming matches section. You'll see all these. They'll be listed in your time zone. You'll be able to see nationalities, map picks, shoutcasters, all that good stuff. And while you're there, play some roulette rounds for yourself as well. I'm going to go ahead and pay out the predictions here. Congratulations to Linux and all those who voted for Linux. And let's see who we can send the stream off to. Curry is playing. He's playing Need for Speed. So we're gonna give Curry Maker a raid. So good to say hi to Curry. Thank everybody so much for coming out. Joker, thank you so much for casting with me. This has been a lot of fun. Really appreciate it.
anytime, man. I'm very, very thankful for you to let me join you.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. Anytime. Thank you, everybody out there, for watching as well, for the players for playing. Obviously, thanks to Hans McGee and Mr. Mike for the RR8 graphics, as well as Mr. Mike for the overlay on hitmaps.com. Obviously, all the admin team. Fro was the admin for this one. So thank you, Frody7, for adminning this and putting on such great events. And everybody who works behind the scenes. This has been fantastic. We love y'all. And we will see you in the next match.